Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good defense. The Jets are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against the Panthers' offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford, we are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Carolina Panthers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Tight left. Alert.
180. On the ball.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And incomplete to open things up.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Throwing again. Newton. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Tight right here. Tight on the right.
No. Leopard.
Hey, guys, check me out.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Protect yourself, baby. It's going to be a long day. Double tight.
Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Patty. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That's the stop. Yeah. There we go. That's the one. Boom. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. High five, baby. High five. Let's go. Tight end left.
All right, here we go. Gun.
This is the running back, Powell. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Got a man. It's the rookie Curtis Samuel. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Tight end right. Tight end right. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Now. Shift. Watch the shift. Come on. What is it? 180. Switch.
Newton on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. We're set. 180. 36.
Here's Newton now on second down. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be third down.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D. Do something. Tight. Watch left. Tight. Watch left. Set. 180. Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
From the 50, Newton. And incomplete here on third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now a man who subbed in for Andy Lee down the stretch last year, Michael Pilardi, to kick it away. As he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jets take possession. New York set to take the field. zone. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd and 5.
Two tights, two tights.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
Petty now. He's going to air one out.
Jam 'em, jam 'em, jam 'em.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Colby Listenby, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Captain Zero out now as he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Gun.
Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
Here we go, set.
Mike's
7-8.
56. Mike's 56. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On the ball.
Tight dog.
Here we go, set. 7-80.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Here we go, set. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Come on now.
49, check 49, check 49.
Here we go, set. 180.
From the gun, here's Newton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here we go, set.
Mike 56,
133.
Mike 56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. Fresno.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Slam.
You're going to sit. 180.
Throwing on third down, Newton.
Go.
And this is going to be incomplete. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's taken in at the 9. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now.
4 down.
Powell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Come on.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
All right, here we
Tight
go.
end's right.
Green. Back 99 Philly.
3 down.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, look. 6 guys.
They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Meanwhile, down in Philly, and it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Third down and 3.
Double tight. 3 down.
Now let's go.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Good.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
All right, now, look.
Check.
All right, here we go. Green.
Watch it,
Detroit.
59.
Here's Powell, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43.
Check Mike 54.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Watch left, watch left, watch left.
Say 180.
They go back to Stewart on first. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Pick a set. Set 180.
From the red zone now, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
To throw on second down is Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Ready? You don't want none, baby.
Newton throwing again. Dancing to his left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And for how much Cam handles the football, he really doesn't fumble a whole lot, but coughed it up there.
And I know that a lot of people seeing that play, they immediately go back to the Super Bowl against Denver and Von Miller knocking it free from Cam. But I think you're exactly right. One of the underrated aspects of his game, he's fundamentally sound when he carries the football. Whether he's in the pocket or actually running it, he usually does a great job of taking care of it.
He'll have to shake that one off.
Green, over.
Check 9, check 9. Switch.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Alert flare.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
All right, here we go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They run with Powell. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
They go again with Powell. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. They get 9 there, and in the process, escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Watch right. I'm going to run you
Now let's go. 319. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Check.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And an update from up in Foxborough. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up. Here we go. Gun.
They'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. On is the second-year man from Sam Houston State, Lachlan Edwards, to punt it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be fielded at the 17. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Well, if you haven't gotten enough football this Thanksgiving weekend, there's still more to come. Tonight,
yes,
you're pumped up. It's 2 of the most storied franchises in NFL history doing battle, the Packers and Steelers from Heinz Field. Then tomorrow night, more. Wrap up your Cyber Monday with the Texans at the Ravens from Baltimore.
Man, is it time to start shopping already?
Just go online, man. I said Cyber Monday. Click, click, click. Now Stewart on first down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Newton. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Bruce Carter with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side.
He's crashing.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Two tights.
Now let's go.
We got three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Got 3.
They'll drop the throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Williams in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Come on now. Check. 180.
From the end zone, Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
20. Check.
On 3rd down, Newton taking a shot for Samuel. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. First NFL pick for the rookie safety Jamal Adams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Hurry up, here we go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Shift together here from the D-line.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on the Ringo.
All right, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Meanwhile, down in Philly, and it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
We got double tight. Double tight.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Back to throw. His throw incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Two tights. Alert. 3 down. Great.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Go ahead, baby. Go.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Here we go, set. Ready,
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. 3rd and long, it's Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off with great anticipation. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, And our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Hey,
No, check. Patriot. All right, here we go. 3.
Second and goal from the 5. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Run. That's where you belong. Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Key him.
They come out here in the eye.
Detroit!
Big play here. 3rd down and goal from the 2. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. And Catanzero's kick is right through, and that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've... done a nice job of that.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Hey, you gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And an update from up in Foxborough. And the Dolphins think an upset. They lead in that game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They start the drive with a give to Powell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Gun.
Check.
Gun.
Three down.
Leopard.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking deep downfield. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Gun. Stand up in. Rush in.
20.
Big edge.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for a defense because when they came out on the field, their number one mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
Here we go, set.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. You're not ready.
On the ball.
Check the backer.
Here's Newton. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And an update from up in Foxborough. The Dolphins have scored again to extend their lead a bit. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
We got three.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
We got four. Let's go, fellas. We got four down.
Detroit!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The Jets on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try, and the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Come on now.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
3 down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Tighten up.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Jets on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that's incomplete.
That's really nice coverage there. I'm not sure he would have gotten to the first down marker anyway, but boy, oh boy, did they blanket him.
Yeah, short throw, but he really didn't have many options. Had to force it in. Well, he didn't have to, but he chose to force it in somewhere. Incomplete.
Yeah, now it brings up 4th down.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Set. 180. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
On first down, it's Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started. Nice gain. Got some positive momentum going. They're on their way. And
the ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. A handoff as they run the counter play. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again? Symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Here we go, set.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st.
And while it's highly unusual for NFL teams to think about using their quarterback on key 3rd down runs, none of those teams, save one, has Cam Newton. He's unique, one of the biggest quarterbacks you'll ever see. Give him the ball. Let him pick it up.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got some space here. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now Newton on 1st down. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Greg. Coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
To throw on 2nd down, Newton. On the catch, this is Russell Shepard. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Strong right.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. And it's caught. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Newton. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Back to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right?
All right, here we go.
In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Watch tight end.
Here we go now.
We got three.
Blue line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, there in the 4th quarter. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them.
Hey.
Now let's go.
Three
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. And a little pride throughout the organization here because they said going into the regular season, 8 wins was the benchmark. They can check that box off the list.
And let's face it, many teams are going to say, well, 8 wins, how much is that? That's a big number for this team, and that was a great goal. And to reach it, that's just going to give them confidence moving forward.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.